Hey, y'all, we're live. Yes, it's a new day and a new spinoff. It's for me, AskABee. So, welcome to AskABee, where the questions are real, the answers are honest, and the advice comes with a little humor, a little heart, and a whole lot of bee. I don't claim to know everything, but baby, I have lived a life, learned a lot, survived a lot, and, you know, laughed a lot through it. Hopefully, we can get you to do the same. Now, this is the place where we talk about life, love, family, faith, chaos. You know how they come hand in hand, but also the healing and, the random messes y'all get yourselves into. I'm here for it. Some of these letters are funny, some of them are hard, some are downright Jesus take the wheel, but I'm up for that too. We're going to talk through every single one and we're going to do it together. Now, grab your jug of sweet tea. Y'all know I got my Dr. Pepper on the side over here. Grab your courage. We may need it. And let's get into it. Welcome to the very first episode of AskABee. We're going to start doing this every day, Monday through Saturday, 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And I have plenty of options for you to ask any kind of questions if you would like to be on my show or in the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe, one of their shows, our shows, all of them belong to us. And we are just happy to have you. And I've put in the link, or put the link in the email addresses. Y'all go ahead, send us an email. If you just want to send me a question and have me read it, that's great. You can send questions into Big Jack as well. It's a whole universe that we live in here. And we are happy to share it with you. And I guess we better get to the first letter before my nerves get me, right? It's all right, Big Jack. I'm taking a breath. Now, I hope that my plus sister finds me. Look, sis, I got it back from him. It's mine, all mine. We're Twinkies again. All right, here comes the first letter. Now, y'all don't shoot me because I did pick these at random, and this is what I'm going to do. I picked random, okay? I do read through them because, this is a universe that we don't tolerate that kind of stuff. So I will tell you that I have skimmed through these. I watched them for language and all that stuff, and there may be a few corny ones. So, let's lighten the mood a little bit, right? All right, let's get into it. Now, oh my goodness. Yes, we're going to start light and fluffy here. You'll get it in a second. The dryer conspiracy deepens. Okay, moms, this one's for you. Dear Bee, I need your wisdom. I swear my dryer is alive. Honey, mine is too. They all are. And brain too. All that. AI? We don't need AI. We got dryers. Okay. I swear my dryer is alive. Every time I wash laundry, I put in complete sock pairs. Oh, Lord, honey. This one's going to be a deep, long conversation, isn't it? About as deep as the dryer barrel, right? Every time I take them out, one's missing, usually the left. The left. I've searched everywhere. Under the bed, behind the washer, inside pillowcases, even inside my cat's toy basket. Nothing. At this point, I think the dryer is eating them for protein. Should I stage an intervention? Sockless in Texas. Of course you're from Texas. Okay, I said I skimmed through these. Don't shoot the messenger because that's what I am right now. First of all, honey, if your dryer is out here meal prepping on single socks, we need to get him a Snickers bar. He's clearly not himself. Now, listen, every adult I know has accepted the sock dimension. This was hard to answer, y'all. Once a sock disappears, baby, it's gone. Like your ex's excuses. Okay. Buy a pack of all black socks or all white socks, same colors. Forget the little kitty cats on the toes. Okay. Same colors. Buy a full pack. And guess what? There you go. Problem solved. Right? Right? Freedom is mismatched. Okay. Let me just tell you that. All right, y'all. I think I'm good with that one. Of course, you're from Texas. That's a little embarrassing. Y'all love me though, right? I know you do. All right, now we're going to go with the second one. And apparently, somebody heard me talking about cats. Here we go. My cat sits on top of the fridge and watches everything I do with the same energy as a disappointed school principal. Uh-oh, Mama Lines. He slow blinks at me like he knows my secrets. He does. I'm telling you, he does. Yesterday, he actually sighed when I dropped a chicken nugget. I would too. Is it normal to feel emotionally judged by an 8-pound animal? Honey, 8 pounds? Living under feline supervision. Okay, baby, that cat absolutely thinks he pays the mortgage. He makes the rules and he owns your soul. Cats don't judge, they supervise. I think we all know this. And if you don't need a cat. Every cat owner has the same story, okay? My cat looked at me like I was the help. Honey, you are. Accept your role. The faster you surrender, the happier your whole household will be. Let me tell you, okay? Mine, they run the whole roost. Even the dogs bow down. All right. Let's hope this next one's better. I probably should have read these a little bit more. I'm just kidding. I read them. They're funny. All right. We are overthinking Olympics today. This one might be a little bit more on the serious side. Let's check it out. Dear B, I can't stop overthinking. Texts, emails, conversations, stuff I said 5 years ago. My brain will not shut up. I'm exhausting and it's exhausting, pardon me. How do I stop spiraling? Analysis paralysis. Oh, sweetheart, you're not overthinking, okay? You're rehearsing for arguments nobody asked you to audition for. But here's the truth. People who overthink usually care more than they should. You can't shut it off, but you can steer it. Now, this is serious, okay? If your brain can imagine the worst case scenario, force it to imagine three good ones, maybe two, but balance the crazy with the possible. You have to take the good with the bad. You have to find a balance. And I think you can do that. And if you can't, send me another question about it and I will answer it for you. But the overthinking part, that I really understand. I do a lot of that. I certainly do. I do a lot of that. I did a lot of that today. Absolutely. Hi, Big Jack. Hi, Mama Lines. I see you here. Good to see y'all. Y'all don't laugh at me now. I love you. All right, I'm going to get into another letter before I start overthinking all this. Now, okay, this one's a little bit, y'all grab your tissues. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to get my banner up. Feeling like life passed me by. Dear B, everybody seems to be leveling up. New homes, promotions, relationships. I feel stuck in the same place and honestly embarrassed. How do I get moving again? Signed, stalled out. All right, honey, listen. You are not behind. by any means. You're in your build year, okay? Not behind. People don't show their ugly seasons, only their highlighted reels. Remember that. It's social media, especially. Don't pay any attention to that because you know that's what they're doing. People have a story and you're only seeing part of it. You're not stuck. You're just loading. And when your next chapter hits, it'll look like you came out of nowhere. Guaranteed. You didn't. You did not get stalled out. You were just taking a breath while you found the purpose. And you will. Look at me. I'm living proof right here in the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe. I have some good people that care about everybody out there. And you'll find yours too. I promise. You're not being passed up. Okay? All right. Let's see here. I'm going to run through all of these before I even get through the first half an hour. That one's a little hard for me because I will tell you that, sometimes everybody feels like they are being passed by. I mean, you see somebody, all right, let's take for instance, here you are on YouTube. You've been here for a while and all these people around you are getting monetized and got all these people following them and everything. And see, this is why I say social media, you got to stop paying attention to the pieces. I live by a strict motto, and I'll tell you this. My mother-in-law gave me this, okay? She says there are 3 sides to every story. Yours, mine, and the truth. And I live by that because amen, okay? Amen. It's when you stop and you look at somebody's page and you see somebody having something really happy going on and you're just like, man, I wish that was me. Honey, that was you just a couple of weeks ago when you had your happy moment. A couple of weeks ago, they could have been having a really hard time. Think about it that way. And you know what? If you feel like maybe they had been, then it's absolutely your duty to reach out and say, hey, how you doing? You okay? It's not hard to ask a person if they're okay. Y'all do that. Y'all make it a point today, every day. Look at one person that you haven't asked in a while and ask them, are you all right? You'll see what a world of good it does for people. Just hearing somebody ask that question. And no, half the time they're not going to give you the real answer. Okay? Because they don't want to burden you, or you might think it's silly, or, there's lots of things. We're going to go back up to this overthinking Olympics. You're sitting here thinking this through your mind. It's going over and over and over again. You're psyching yourself out of doing what you want to do and what you need to do. And all you have to do is keep moving because it's going to get hard. Nothing good is ever easy. Never. And let me tell you, if you put the work in, you're going to go far. A year ago, when I first started this little venture, I thought, you know what? I can't do this. What do I know? Who am I? I mean, look at me. I'm just a little old lady from Texas with 2 left socks. Okay? Because, there's not much to my life. But let me tell you, every day something good happens and every day something bad happens. And just like Mama Lions and I are going to be talking about on Wednesday, you've got to find the positive, the lemonade. And yes, I'm going to bring it out here too because, honey, that is the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Bring in the lemonade. Thank you, Miss Mama Lions. You are the best. And I think we've all kind of adopted that in the Iron Sharpening Iron Universe. And I'm happy to say that it's really made me think a lot too. I've moved myself into a better position in my head, in my heart. And well, you know what? I feel pretty good about all this. Just like I feel appreciated. And I feel like, I have people that I can appreciate that work with me. And that's what I do. I do. They do. There's no keeping tabs. There's no keeping tabs. They probably got some things going on in their life that aren't all that easy too. We all do. Don't just look at the good stuff. Y'all go ask them if they're okay. It's not hard. It's just not hard. All right. Let's see if I can get this one going again. I think I spent a little time talking a little bit more on that one. Now then, let's see here. We are going with the next one, and that is family drama. Oh, yay. We love that. Drama Exhausted Honey. That's my middle name, let me tell you. All right. Dear B, I love my family, but the drama is endless. Every gathering turns into a battlefield. Every phone call comes with a new crisis. When I try to take a break, I'm called selfish. What do I do? Drama exhausted. Oh, darling. Family drama is the original soap opera. But let me tell you something. Okay? Protecting your peace is not selfish. It's survival. Period. Survival. Okay? You're allowed to love people from a distance. I'm going to get in trouble for this, I'm sure, if my family come to see this. But you're allowed to love people from a distance, okay? You're allowed to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. And you're allowed to create boundaries so tight, even GPS can't reach them, okay? Peace is expensive. Stop giving discounts, please. You are worth much more than that. Way, way more than that. Stop giving discounts. Know your worth. That's something else that I really, really want to bring up here. Just because of that whole situation. Stop giving discounts. Okay? I don't think I've ever said anything so pertinent to life right now. Stop giving discounts. People will take what you give them as long as you keep giving it. You're enabling them. Okay? And I know you got a good heart. And yeah, maybe this is me a little bit here. Okay? And this one speaks to me a lot because this used to be me. All right? You get all these wonderful people that come and they tell you, oh, I love you. I love you so much. You're doing such a wonderful job with everything you're doing. Okay, here's my question. What am I doing? Can you tell me what I'm doing? No, you can't. You can't. Because I made a choice, okay? Drama. In 2020, my mother passed away. And believe me, when somebody passes away, and I think you all know this, the drama comes. The vultures ascend, okay? Maybe the vultures ascend. And, there are some people out there that are going to start a revolution in the family. Seriously. And then you'll have other people calling you saying, hey, guess what so-and-so said? Don't listen to that mess. Okay? Don't listen to what somebody else has got to say. First off, it's hearsay. It won't hold up in court anyway. Okay? Seriously. It's not something that you need to get yourself in the middle of. You don't have to do that. That's why I'm saying, don't make your anger a survival mechanism in your family with your drama, okay? Don't react. That is something I learned recently when there's drama in the family. And let me tell you, ladies, when it comes to your children who are feeling a bit entitled, then maybe this one's for you. Okay? Don't react. Do not react. I used to just go off. Seriously, just go off. I mean, I got plenty to say. No, none of it's going to make a difference. None of it. Do not react. Let them come back to you. They're going to need you again anyways. Okay? I'm sorry, kids. You know I love you, but that's true sometimes. And vice versa. Okay? Because mom's not an angel. I'm not an angel. But I'm trying to be. I truly am. I am trying to be. And you guys, you know what? I love that my real family up here is in here. Check this out, y'all. Yes. Yes. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. The whole universe. We are stronger together. And Big Jack, I know those are your words, but I get to push them out as much as I want to because this is our universe. And let me tell you, these letters are amazing. Even the funny ones are great. And Big Jack has been getting letters for his too. I don't know how all this really got started, but I'm just in love with the whole concept. And I'm so glad that we are all doing this together. That's why I say, please send in those emails. Okay? Send in those emails right here. If you want to be on any of Big Jack Storytime's spinoffs, including The Lady's Diary, because AskABee is also a Iron Sharpening Iron Universe show. Okay? This is our place, and we want to share it with you. So please, any of you, and if you want to be on AskABee, I am going to take guests eventually. Or if you want to be on The Lady's Diary, here you go. Got you back. All in there. See, Big Jack, I prepared pretty good, I think. All right. I'm going to get through these before we're even halfway through. If I know there's not many out there right now, but if you do have questions, please, you can send them to these emails. You can put them in the comments, and we will do our very best to answer them for any of the shows. I have also put in the comments for everybody the AskABee live schedule. We're going to be here every day at noon, answering your questions, receiving your letters, hopefully tons of them, which I already have tons, so we're doing good. So let's see. I think we shall. Actually, I do want to share one thing with you real quick. It's not something to look at. It's simply something to click on, because I want to let you all know. Hello, Jacob. And I wanted to let y'all all know that we do have a new spinoff coming up. Yes, we do. Mama Lions. We are going to have the Coach's Corner. Here it comes. Seriously, guys, y'all should be there. I can't wait to see it myself. I'm excited about this. Mama Lions is our new addition here. And let me tell you, she is bringing all the good stuff, just like the rest of us, right? I'm not going to talk too much about it because I would like her to tell you all about it when she's ready to do that, because I don't want to say anything that's not on her talking points or anything like that. But I do want to say, please, y'all come show up, because it's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Mom Lions is, oh my goodness. She's my sister from another mister. I've got a lot of plus sisters up in here. The Jackson clan, they are my family now, the whole crew, and I love it. So please, by all means, y'all be there for her. All right. I think we should probably go ahead. Let's see. Yeah, we can do another one. These are getting a little bit more, I don't know, heavy. So probably take some more time on those too. Now, this one is kind of close to my heart too. I mean, the way you signed it, I mean, I felt it. Okay. Let's put it up here. Dear B, I'm always the strong one for everyone. Know what you mean. But I'm emotionally tired. I'm breaking down quietly and nobody notices because I'm the rock. How do I refill myself? Cracked but still standing. Oh, yeah, this one's a little heavier. Listen, the strong ones suffer the quietest. Okay? You've been pouring from a cup that's bone dry. It's time to stop choosing people who never choose you back. Okay? This goes with that stop giving discounts thing, too. Don't be a choice. Okay? Don't just be a choice. You know, you be the first choice, not the backup. You should do this, okay? Take 1 hour every day that's just yours. No phone, no rescuing, no solving. Don't answer the emails. Don't answer the phone. Don't text back, hey, I got to have a minute, okay? Nothing. Just stop. Just stop. Again, don't react. Don't react. Breathe. Take a deep breath, okay? You're allowed to have that moment. This is your moment, and nobody can take it from you. It's your moment to choose what you do, though, okay? How you react to it. And if you don't react, first off, think about this, okay? You don't react. You have that moment to think about how to react. If you don't, I don't want to keep repeating myself. It sounds silly, but you have to refill yourself. You cannot stop and just say, okay, I'm done, and then take a week off. You can't do that. Nobody can do that, right? Okay, I get that part. And you don't have to take a full week vacation. You don't even have to take a full day out of town vacation. You can take an hour a day just for you. Do something that gives you a purpose. Do a show. Try AskABee. Make it yours. That's what I'm doing. This right here, this helps me just as much as it might help someone else. And that's the whole point here. Okay. You know what? If it's about the socks, look, I solved that problem. Go buy you all same color socks. Okay. I've lived that life. I've argued with the dryer. I've tore up the single sock just because I could. You know, come on. Take a moment. You're the only one that can do that for you. You're the only one that knows what you're feeling inside. And if you can't take a moment and not react to what's going on around you long enough to think about what the better reaction would be, then honey, you're not going to be able to refill yourself. You're just not. You have to get past that executive dysfunction, I think is what it's called. That you have to stop putting yourself last. Every now and then you have to put yourself first. You have to put yourself first. And if you don't, you just don't. and you don't get refilled. So breathe. You got this. Take a minute. Walk outside. Look at the sky. You know what? Take you an hour, grab you a blanket, a towel, whatever. Go outside in the sun. Lay down on that towel. Take your shoes off, okay? Put your feet in the grass, in the water, wherever you are. Breathe. Give it an hour. I promise. At the end of that hour, you're going to feel a lot better. But do it. Stop putting it off. Get there. Okay? Get there. Now, before I go off on that some more, because that one's hard on me too, because I do the same thing. I am always out there trying to solve other people's problems. And let me tell you something, I can't. As they say, God says, I don't know if I should say it. God He only gives you what you can handle. Okay. I am not Superwoman. I have a life and a story of my own. But 9 times out of 10, if you come to me for help, I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to kill myself trying to figure out how to fix it, because that's the type of person I am. And that's not a bad person. That's just a person that needs to know how to put boundaries, you know? And I learned that too. I did. I learned that quick, and probably the worst way. May have even lost a family member over it, but you know what? It's not being selfish, okay? It's not being selfish to do things to refill what you have, that energy that you have to give out to everybody else, right? If you want to refill, disconnect. Not forever, just long enough to breathe, okay? Now, I see I got some questions over here in the chat, Mr. Big Jack. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. I'll pull this one down. I'm still learning this, y'all. I'm doing okay. All righty. Here's a question. Hey, B, how do you prepare for the upcoming holidays when you don't have any money? Ooh, Big Jack, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Well, here in Texas, we do things like have yard sales. And, wow. Okay. Upcoming holidays are really hard for me because I don't ever really have the money. But let me tell you what I'm doing this year. Let me put it that way. Everybody is getting a new t-shirt. No, out of all seriousness, what you do, the best thing that you can do is go to the dollar store. Make some gifts. You know, if you can't afford the dollar store, well, maybe then you can find you a piece of paper and say, listen, I want to tell you how much I love you. I want you to know that I want you to have a great Christmas and great Thanksgiving. Write somebody a letter. Gifts don't have to cost money, okay? They don't have to cost money. You know, if you're worried about grandchildren, because yes, Christmas is about the kids, right? Well, then I think the best thing for you to do is maybe go back to the dollar store and grab you a pack of paper and sit down with that grandbaby and make you some ornaments for that tree outside that you could decorate, because guess what? You don't need much money for that. And that will give you a lifetime of memories. It really will. I sit down with my granddaughter 2 days out of the week now. She's not in daycare anymore. So we bring her back, and she's doing homeschool with me. And I have a wall full of the stuff that we've been doing. And I've never seen her happier. And you know what? I'm her grandma. Of course, I want to give her things. I can't all the time. But let me tell you, when you sit down at the table, all you got to do is sit down at the table with some colored paper or pencils, maybe some crayons. Make memories for Christmas. make memories for Christmas. The food part is hard. I understand that. But let me tell you, and I'm hoping to do a piece on this very soon. We have a very nice food bank that is just like right down the street from me. There are some everywhere. And let me tell you, there is an app, and I will find the one that I've used before and put it in the description for the replay, because there is a food pantry everywhere where you turn. Okay. There's an app, Android or iPhone, and it will tell you where your local food bank is. Now, a lot of these people, all they want to know is where you live and how many people are in your family. I have a food bank that I go to when I need help. Either I go for help or I go to help, which I do volunteer for. And I was saying I'm going to do a piece on them because these ladies are amazing. The first lady, she quit her teaching job to be able to do what she's doing. And there are lots of people out there like that. You can go to your school principals. Some schools do help out with that kind of stuff, like the angels, things like that. And also you can sorry, my brain just went blank. You can also go to your fire departments and your police stations because they have information. And if you have a YMCA, they also have, they also have a YMCA has a thing where they do every year. I know our YMCA, they actually deliver food. We have a big group that goes out and delivers food. So really, it like in Texas, I'm sure other states probably have it. In Texas, you can dial 211 and they will give you all that kind of information that you might need. There's always some help. You just have to ask for it. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I saw another question. Oh, Jacob from Alabama. Hello. What part are you from? Okay. All right. I think I got those answered. Okay. Yeah. I hope that was helpful. Mobile. All right. Mobile, Alabama. I've been there a few times myself. My favorite place is the Renaissance Motel. It's got a lot of views. You can see the battleship and everything. Alrighty. Now that my throat's not so dry again, here we go again. I'm going to get another letter out. Let's see here. Okay, we got a relationship. Here we go. Dear B, my partner is a good person, but lately I feel disconnected. We talk, but don't really talk. We live together, but don't really live together. How do I tell if this is a rough patch or the end? Signed, Confused Heart. Okay. Every relationship has seasons, okay? Summer, winter, drought, monsoon, all of it. This connection, it doesn't mean it's dead. It just means you've stopped, I don't know, updating your relationship status software or something. It's, if you still want them, fight for them with words, not assumptions. Okay. If you don't, love yourself enough to walk away, but don't stand in the doorway, pick in or out. Okay. These all kind of flow together because, this is yet again, stop giving discounts. Don't be an option. Be a cause, cause and effect, cause and effect. It's crazy. All right. Real talk life lesson. Hello, B in chat. Hello. Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So, I'm not sure how much more I want to say on that, because it kind of, like I said, it flows in with the rest of them. It's just, you got to make up your mind. You got to either walk in or walk out. You can't stay stationary for too long, because if you're old like me, bones get sore. And when you get to moving again, well, you just can't move like you used to. And relationships are like that too, they're seasoned. They get good seasons, bad seasons. Sometimes you have snow, sometimes you have thunderstorms, sometimes you have a drought, or but you can't wait for the next season to decide what you're going to do when the season gets here. Just like with a lot of important things, you have to plan these things out. Otherwise, you're going to stumble. You're going to fall face first into the snow, freeze yourself, it's okay. But don't just stand there and wait for it. If I had taken that advice a long time ago, and not so much about my relationship, but just about my life in general, if just pick, go, and get there. You know what? There could have been more to it. But if I sat here and had those, the analysis paralysis, and kept thinking about all that, I'd probably still be standing in the doorway waiting to walk out. But you don't want to do that. You want to decide in or out. And there are people out there that have a hard time, really hard time deciding what they want to do with their lives. Let me tell you, you're not the only one. And the best way to go about it is ask somebody. Ask for help. That's what AskABee is for me. Okay? There are people out there that have plenty of questions that want to ask, but they don't know how to. And so that's why this started. Send me your letter. You can be anonymous. You don't have to come and tell people who you are if you're embarrassed. You don't have to be embarrassed. Okay? Don't be embarrassed. Just don't. Now, it looks like we have another question. Let me see here. Dear B, I'm at my wit's end. My son is a bright kid, but he keeps acting up at school, talking back to teachers, not following directions, and getting sent home way too often. I'm tired. Oh my goodness. You know what? I understand that. I truly, truly understand that. I see, this is when I wish Walt Talks was on up in here. Because I think he's got the antidote for this one. But let me tell you, sorry. It's all part of their character, so it's hard to tell them you got to be good. You're acting wrong. You don't want to give them the wrong impression and tell them to suppress themselves. But then again, you have to realize too, him being as bright as he is, that's part of it. It's all part of it. I don't know about the talking back to teachers. I had that problem with my middle son. And, sometimes it almost seemed warranted, to tell you the truth, because we did have some issues with some teachers that were kind of bullying him. But I always kept going with that 3 sides to every story. And I would go up and I would talk to the teachers that have had the conflicts. And I would talk to anybody in the school that was willing to talk to me, especially the counselor, had they talked to him before. And when they would tell me, he's just bored. Okay, I get it. I get that part. My son has ADHD. He has a hard time focusing. So I get that part. But if he's bored, then whose fault is that? That's not my fault. He is my son. He is my responsibility 24/7. But when he's at school with you, if he's bored, maybe it's the curriculum. Maybe it could be he already knows it or doesn't know it or doesn't want to know it. You have to ask these questions of all parties. Yours, mine, the truth. You have to find your truth in there. And your son, he's smart. He knows what he's doing, but he's bored. It really does sound like it to me. If he's a bright kid and he's talking back to his teachers, he's not following directions. Do you know, has he been tested for ADHD or anything like that? I've done all that. Don't seem to be working, and I can't keep leaving work to get him. That I understand too. Listen, I understand that so much. I had the same problem, because I had to leave to take care. I had 3 children, all have ADHD. Guess where they got it from? But maybe you should see about having him tested, or maybe if you have already tested him. I don't advocate for the medicines they want to put him on. My children, he does have ADHD. Okay, yes. See, he's bored. He's bored. That's all it is. And I'm sorry to say, but that is the teacher's fault. But let me tell you, I brought the same thing to my teacher's, or my son's counselor. Okay. And I told him, look, my son is bored. This is not that he doesn't want to learn. This is not that he doesn't like the teacher. Okay. This is pure and simple. He is bored. He is not being stimulated by the curriculum. Excuse me. So we found together a curriculum, or a format for curriculum for him that would work a little bit better. And I will say it got him out of the special ed class, because that was always a downer for him. But I wish he would have understood that was actually them telling him, kids with ADHD, their mind processes things way faster than anybody else. And I know this because, well, here I am. That's why I'm up here to talk all I want to, because sometimes they need that outlet. Okay. They need something that is engaging, that gets them through all the other mundane stuff. And if they're spending 8 to 12 hours of school, there's not nearly enough. Your kids, he's a good kid. He's going to get through this. Most kids, they outgrow ADHD. I wish I could say that about myself. My oldest son, he still has a little issue. My younger son has an issue. My daughter, she takes no medicine and she takes care of herself. She's fine. She's getting really great reports at work. She's been promoted and all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. The school, it depends on your school. Okay. Oh, wow. Yes, that's a problem. See, that's what I was about to say. It depends on the school. It really does. And sorry. One minute, please. I am so sorry. My granddaughter is here and she's leaving now. So my son had to go to the emergency room. So I had her for a little while. My husband and I. Pardon me. So sorry. Now, this school situation. Yes, that was actually what I was about to say. The school. That's a problem for me. That is a huge problem for me, because this tells me that the school is, they don't care. They really don't care. That's how they want to solve the problem. And let me tell you, you can fight against that, because, well, it all depends on your son, I suppose. You can fight that if you want to. I'll be honest. I ended up taking my children out of the schools that we lived around, because of the same problem. And I know it was easy for me to do that at the time. I did homeschooling and got them through it. But let me tell you, it's not easy for everybody. And I know that too. And the school, removing him, that is their easy solution. But that doesn't have to be the solution. And you need to talk to your son and ask your son what he wants to do, because how old is he now? I don't think I've seen an age here. No. And you don't have to tell me. I just middle school or high school or elementary, if you could tell me that part. Because, I did have to deal with all three schools. 14-year-old. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is simply a junior high just wanting to take an easy way out. And if your son likes the school, if his friends are there, 8th grade, okay. If your son likes the school, if he likes his friends, then him and you and your school, the school is going to have a conversation about what it's going to take to keep him there. And if your son doesn't like the school, that's a hard one, because you have to move to a school that will allow him. I don't know how it is where you're at, but in Texas, you have to live in the right school district, of course. And I think that's the way it is in most places. But, there are some cases where they'll allow them to go to a different school like this. Well, and that's lazy teachers. That's lazy teachers then. The main reason my children stayed in the schools they were, and I didn't like the schools, I wanted to take them out way before the time that I did, but the main reason I kept them in there is because all their friends were there and they were making good grades. And I think in Texas, at least I know in Texas, they can't kick them out if they're making good grades. If it's a behavior issue, they can punish them, but they can't just outright kick them out. So you should go ahead and, goodness, I wish Miss Mama Lyons was here with us. She probably would have much better answer. Absolutely. Oh, please. And come back. I have answers. And if I don't, I will find them for you. Okay. Because definitely with the ADHD, that one hits home. Don't let them bully you. Okay. This sounds to me like a lazy school wanting to take the easy way out. And I've dealt with that before, all the way down to being put in court over truancy. Okay. And they wanted to put me in jail and everything. The judge was even bullying me. Okay. Because I didn't want to leave my kids in a school that was bullying them. And I do mean bullying them from the teachers to the principal. There are great schools out there. There really are. But there are some people in some of these schools that aren't that desirable. And unfortunately, I think I found one. But we fought it until we couldn't fight no more. And then I homeschooled. And my kids are doing great. I got one in Florida. He's married, has been for quite a while now. They've been together since he was 14 and he's 30 now. My kids are doing great. And it's because I didn't let them bully me. And I think you're being bullied. So I really, 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 really hope that you can get your son and talk to him and figure that out before you talk to the school, because obviously they just don't care enough. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this. But you tell your son that you're proud of him, because he's going through a lot if they're acting like this. Okay? So please come back, ask questions anytime. Love to answer your questions. I really, really do. And wow, that got us through here almost a full hour now. That's so great. I think I'm going to hold off on any more letters. Like I said, we do have so many. But listen, I will be back here tomorrow for another hour of questions and letters. And please, absolutely come back, ask. And like I said, if I don't have an answer, honey, I will find you one, I promise. Okay. I have a world of goods right here in front of me, in front of this computer. All I have to do is let you know. Uh-oh. How did I get oh, big dog. Hello, big dog. Dear Bee, how did you get to be part of the Big Jack channel? Well, I can tell you we've had a couple of shows on this already, but I'll give you a little rundown before I leave here. He probably gets tired of hearing this one, but here you go, Big Jack. Smile, Mr. Awshucks, because here it comes. I was new as Big Jack, because our anniversary dates are about 2 weeks apart, his first. And one day I went into my little mentions on my community tab, and it said that Big Jack had mentioned me in one of his videos. I was like, oh, okay, who is this? Oh no, trolls already? No. And guess what? No trolls. I was so impressed because first off, okay, he didn't know me from his elbow, so why am I in your video, man? But then when I watched the video, it's like, okay, wow, he's seen me. And that's something I think we all hear as creators, influencers, whichever you want to say. That's what we need. We want to be seen. That's what we're here for. And he's seen me. And so, of course, a little time went by. Pardon me. A little time went by. And I don't know. It was kind of funny because I was like, thank you so much. Of course, I had to go and comment and everything. Thank you so much. I didn't realize anybody had seen it. Really, hardly anybody had seen the video, and it was comedy. I got some good anecdotes, but I am not a comedian, really. Okay. But he still put me out there. And his premise was that he sees people and he wants to help them grow and glow. And let me tell you, he is one of my very best friends now, honestly, because I feel better about what I'm doing here. And he's helped me grow that. It's everybody here has had their hand out to help one of us. Big Jack, Walt, Mama Lions, everybody here. We all have a handout, willing to help the other. And Big Jack saw that about me. And here I am. I told him, hey, look, I want to help you out. You really helped me out a lot. So I'm going to stick around. And then he really got stuck with me. I'm not sure how happy he is about it. No, just kidding. No, I feel very much appreciated here. And I feel very much a part of this universe. And let me tell you, it is a universe. It's a movement. Okay. This is a whole entire movement. And you said that you're kind of new to YouTube and that you like his channel. Let me tell you what. Everybody should be on his channel because he's got all the goods. Okay. I am just a small part of this universe, and I feel on the daily, and this is why I feel on the daily like I have value. Okay. And I do. I have it here. I have it in my life outside of here. And every moment that I'm in this, there's more opportunity to be a better me. And with that, I'd like to tell you, everybody should be a bee and come join this. Be a part of this movement, because nothing in this world makes me happier right now, other than obviously my granddaughter, than to be here on stage or behind the stage and helping to produce what is going on in this universe, because it is spectacular. and I want to be spectacular too. All right, honeybees. That's a wrap for today's episode of Ask a Bee, though. And remember, we're here every single day, 12 p.m. Central Time. I'm in Texas, okay? Right here on, well, we got Boss Bee TV and we got Iron Sharpening Iron all together. Now, when I'm live with my family, I'm also over on Big Jack's channel, okay? So it's my channel, Big Jack's channel. I don't care where you show up, just show up, okay? You're going to love it. All these spinoffs that we have coming out, the Coach's Corner. Y'all, you know I love my Ladies' Diary, but I'm getting so excited about the Coach's Corner, okay? Mama Lions, yes, absolutely, Big Dog. You are very welcome. I hope it was a good enough answer for you, man. And let me tell you, if this episode hits home, hit your subscribe button, hit your like button, and I don't care if it's me or Jack. Just hit it, please. Share this with someone who needs a little light today. Listen here. Support the whole family. That's what we're here for. I'm not here for me. I'm here for we, just like Big Jack says. And I'm going to stay sharp through it all. I'm Bee, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time, for another Ask a Bee. Keep your peace. Keep your faith. Keep your funny. All right? I love y'all. Bees out.
How you like